Hi all, welcome to another episode of Let's Play EU4, playing as Poland, going for the Poland Canada Space Achievement. We're moving forward. The war is still going. It is now turning against us, I think due to battles more than anything, because it's a show of superiority. And there's all sorts of things going on. I know there's a lot of... It's hard to keep track of at this point. The Ottomans are low, so... That's all the Portuguese, to be honest, so that the Russians would actually start to do something. Let's see here. We will maintain the diplomat there, recall the diplomat there. Russians are breaking this unit, which was taking 10% attrition, so they just, threw away manpower. And you can see that they're much smaller now. Really, a lot smaller, to be honest. Wow. And that was a 9% battle, maybe? Close to it. That was pretty dramatic, whatever just happened. Yeah, they lost there, and I'm sure that was not good for their war score. Let's see here. Looks like our allies took care of our Saxon problem, which is funny because that may have been... That was Bavaria doing that. Okay. We have a province we can convert. Niederlaus. Where are you, Niederlaus? You're over there. We'll move you over there. We will. They don't like us. Send a missionary? 47 months. I'm not sure it's worth it at this point. Probably not. Let's instead... Where are we with... Not tech, what are we looking for? Budget. We're losing money because we're at full maintenance. We want to stay at full maintenance until we win this siege. And then we will end such nonsense. Do I have a claim on these guys? Show province. I should. Yeah, that's my core. Do not down here. So, that's okay. Hi, Lancy. Hope you're having a good evening. Protect Austria. Yeah, all these things that I would love to do, save that Austria is the size of Montana. So we're not going to go to war. Deal with it. The Russians are now just pushing the Ottomans back. So the Ottomans made a nice push in, and then we're like, oh, right, about that. Okay. Tech-wise, we're about to hit our cap for Diplo as well. We're still 2 years ahead. So I think we're still going to go with the plan of... researching these things now, or waiting on the 2 years, because I think we're going to be okay on time. Wait, I thought the revolutionary... I thought this was done. They all went away. Yeah, my guy wasn't replaced. They all went away. I am so confused as to what just happened. I'm a little bit angered about what just happened as well. Okay, well, that's annoying. We're still at full maintenance. Can I give this guy a leader? I'll give it 2-1-2. Maybe our next point should be to stabilize the country a little bit. How much will it cost us? 228! Oh. Oh, golly. 228 is a bit more than we really want to spend. Are you going to do it? You going to take out the rebels for me? Oh, Bavaria. You are a good and faithful ally. You have served me in my time of need. You have destroyed my rebels for me. I was just complaining about the fact that my rebels weren't being destroyed. So, thank you. Also, would this please end so I can get the troops out? 63%? Seems a little excessive, don't you think? Tick. Win a siege, contribute a little bit. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Well, we're going to have to do a Diplo idea. Which we have, so we'll get another merchant. Where will we put this merchant? We finally won the siege of Asparia, which means we're going to pull back this unit. We are going to reduce our maintenance as much as possible, so we're in the positive. That's fine. We're going to look at the trade map. Let's see here. We have 11% there. Do I have someone in Kiev? I do. We're pushing it to that way. There's someone in... Well, Krakow's my home node, so I don't need someone there. Let's put someone in Novgorod. Transferring trade power. We want this guy to do it. We lost our general. Be there in 3 days. Yep, okay, that's fine. Are we collecting here? Yeah. So hopefully that'll give us a little bit more money. We can't deal with loans right now. We know that we've dropped our maintenance. We're trying to gain money again. The Ottomans down here have gotten really beat up. We're going to lose most of Greece in that process. Meanwhile, the Russians are finally unsieging things. What's the war balance look like? Yeah, much better for us. Portugal is basically almost fully sieged in its home area. Not good for them. This is an incredibly long war as well. Bavaria, how do you feel about me? You love me. Hesse? I'll improve relations with you. Why not? You already sort of like me. Ottomans accepted peace with their former enemy Saxony. That's fine. I'm a little bit confused. I guess Saxony had a... That just makes no sense to me. How are we doing here? We're 1 year. So we should be able to, next year we'll lose the negative, or the plus 10%. We will immediately take the tech, and that should keep us so that we are not quite problematic with the value. Sensuna, welcome. That's fine. I'm not looking to go to war again, if at all possible. I think we can go back to speed 4. Things have largely calmed down for our area of the world. Well, the Ottomans deal with Russia. Maybe not. That hurt our framework rate just enough. We'll stay at 3 until this war's over. Let's see here. We we're going to have to start going ahead of time here. The question is, can we do it in such a way that, it's going to be really tight. Really tight. It's now no longer a points question if we can make it. It's really a time question. We're trying to use the extra negatives due to the tech or the ideas as a way to sort of drop that time as much as humanly possible. This -30 here really helps. Also military traditions and the neighbor bonus. Whereas here, admin, we just have that -10 from ideas. So it's not quite as helpful. If I recall correctly, it's possible we take admin service here. Or maybe I should have taken that already and just pushed, administrative ideas, pushed for that last idea there. That'll get us over the hump. Maybe. Certainly at Tech 25 now we're going to do that. I may have made a mistake by taking offensive. I wanted an outlet for military points, but it may have been the wrong move. We'll see. Very close, very close. We are now actually making money again, but we really just need to pay off loans. Did we drop our maintenance all the way down? We did not. We're going to do that now. We're not at threat from the Ottomans at all. So as much money as possible. Really will be interested to see what Russia takes from this war. Because, the Ottomans are massive, and we've got so many different things sieged, but in the end, can't take that much. And Portuguese down here, maybe they'll separate piece out the Portuguese if possible. I don't know. Should have taken the admin ideas. That was definitely a mistake. It's going to happen immediately. Our ports are blockaded. That's fine. I could build more ships, to be honest. It's interesting. We're not really focused on building buildings right now. It's fine. Our 2 armies are fine. So really, we're not in a horrible situation. We are RIP. We're going to get max on... keeps on blockading our ports. It's on and off, on and off. The minute the month turns over, we're going to have to make sure we do admin, because we're going to hit max on admin really quick. There's no way we can legitimately take max on admin. That's just not fair. Or not, excuse me, go to max points, because when we do that, we are basically just conceding that we aren't going to use all our points. That would be really dumb. We'll get new cannons this turn. That's not a big deal. We'll get production efficiency, which is good. Navy morale. Artillery becomes suddenly much, much better at level 25. That's nice to see. 3 more months until we get all of our techs. In fact, these guys will be at -5, so they'll even be cheaper. So we're going to really save points here, which gives me the impression that if we do this right, we're gonna try to dump points for the next 25 years into ideas, get as cheap as we can, and then probably push ahead with points. It's probably our best bet. Yeah, I think it is. Let's see here. I think it's really our only option. I need a new idea. I need a new admin idea up and ASAP. I should not have gone offensive. That was really a mistake. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm worried about it. What are you trying to do, Samsuna? What are you trying to start as? That just start playing EU4 or start playing as Poland? Let's see here. 2 more months. Yeah, we're going to be okay. We're not going to get quite... So actually, how many points is this going to cost us? 789. So 300. Can we do another admin idea? And I'll drop the percentages quicker. Yes, 360. We can do that. And we're still going to have enough points by then. So that's fine. So one of the things I've heard is to pick quote-unquote one of the easier countries. So like start as France, just try to unite France. Or start as Austria or start as Russia. Yeah, Brandenburg's a really hard one to start with. I would conceivably, just in my mind, when I first started playing, I had already played CK2 a little bit, and I focused in on playing like France because it's the big blue blob. Learned it, got comfortable with it. Did the same thing with Castile because it's relatively big and it allows you to colonize, so you can learn that part of the game. And the other thing I did was watch videos. I watched a lot of Quill 18's videos, of Shenmue, of Arumba, just to get a feel for the mechanics and what you can do, and they play as, there we go, a wide variety of countries, so you get a feel for each of them. Brandenburg's really hard because it's sitting there near to Austria, and you have to like learn how to work the Holy Roman Empire to make sure that Austria doesn't go crazy. So that's 1 tech, 2 techs, 3 techs. And we are already well on our way. We are 150% ahead. So I'll need more power than I can possibly spend. So we're actually going to immediately do a Diplo idea to finish off, to almost finish this off. And we're going to do that as well. And both of those will sort of wipe out our points, continue to give us good bonuses. We're at negative 32 here, negative 26 here. So I started CK2 on Ireland. It is Tutorial Island. It is really a nice place to learn, pretty calm. England's not going to completely destroy you. I then tried to do Ireland in EU4 and discovered it was not nearly as easy. So that's why I went with the bigger country plan, France and Castile, and even Portugal. Portugal's nice because you can ally with Castile, stay relatively safe, and then work in colonization and learn sort of how to colonize, how to do trade, that kind of thing. Brandenburg is hard. It's actually it's not... Brandenburg is annoying for a new player because you have all those small people there, and there's aggressive expansion. Austria is a problem. So I agree, it's not the easiest in the world, to be honest. So now let's pump out ideas as quickly as we can. If we have extra admin power, we'll probably sink it into stability for money purposes. The other thing we can do is potentially build some buildings for money purposes. Like we could build spy agencies somewhere, but that's just in Ratibor. That's not that fun. Yeah, you were trying ones that are hard, that are harder than the beginning one. The problem with Burgundy is you got to learn how to play off France. France is a big fight that's going to happen right then. I think I was mentioning videos for you. I mentioned Quill 18. Quill does a Brandenburg, or excuse me, I can speak. Burgundy into Netherlands campaign, which is pretty interesting. It's still ongoing. He's about 70 videos in. It's worth a watch. He's pretty good at it and does pretty successfully. I haven't seen it for about 20 or 30 videos, but he had already formed the Netherlands last I saw. And here are these revolutionaries. I wonder if they are popping up because of my stability. It might be time to try to raise stability a little bit. Yep, that's fine. Where is... 22 down there. So we may actually have to deal with some of these rebels finally. That was my alarm for the end of this episode, so very much appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the chat that's going on with the chat room. Leave a like or a question or a comment if you have them. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.